Do you paint, play guitar, bake, or design? Maybe you write, shaping worlds with words. Perhaps you're a potter, feeling the clay come alive under your hands. Or a coder, building elegant solutions in the quiet of the night. These are more than just pastimes. They are the spaces where we feel most ourselves, where time seems to bend and the noise of the world fades into a gentle hum. This is the state of flow, the deep, intrinsic joy of creation. It's that sacred time you carve out for yourself, a conversation between your hands, your heart, and your imagination. It's the part of your life that feels most authentic, most vibrant, most you. For many, this creative outlet is a lifeline, a source of profound personal fulfillment that makes everything else worthwhile. And yet, for millions of people, a familiar feeling creeps in. It's the Sunday evening dread, the realization that this passion, this core part of your identity, must be packed away to make room for the 9 to 5. The dream of turning that passion into a profession, or even just a meaningful side income, feels like a distant, unattainable fantasy. We tell ourselves stories to keep that dream at bay. "I'm not good enough," we whisper, falling prey to imposter syndrome. "Who would pay for this?" We look at successful creators and see an impossible gulf between their success and our starting point. We believe in the myth of the starving artist, the idea that creativity and financial stability are mutually exclusive. So, the hobby remains a hobby, a cherished but compartmentalized part of life. The thought of navigating the complex world of business is so daunting that it feels safer to not even try. The fear of failure, the fear of turning something you love into a chore, and the simple, overwhelming lack of knowledge keeps that dream locked away. But here's the truth, a powerful shift that has been quietly reshaping our world. There has never been a better time to be a creator. We are living in the golden age of the individual maker. There is a massive, ever-growing global demand for handcrafted, creative, and unique products and services. Consumers are actively turning away from the impersonal, the mass-produced, and the generic. They are searching for authenticity, they crave connection, they want to know the story behind the product they buy. That hand-thrown ceramic mug isn't just a vessel for coffee, it's a piece of the artist's morning, a tangible connection to their craft. That custom-coded website plugin isn't just a piece of software, it's a solution built with human ingenuity and care. This is the engine of the new creator economy. Platforms like Etsy, Patreon, and Substack are not just websites, they are global marketplaces connecting millions of creators directly with fans and customers who appreciate their unique vision. The world is not just ready for your talent, it is actively searching for it. Your niche, your unique perspective is your greatest asset in a world tired of the same old thing. So if the demand is there, why are so many talented hobbyists still stuck at the starting line? The answer lies in the chasm between creating and selling. The moment you decide to get serious, you're hit with a tidal wave of questions, each one more intimidating than the last. Do I need an LLC? How do I build a website? What is SEO? How do I even begin to understand social media marketing? What about taxes and shipping? How do I price my work so it's fair to me but attractive to customers? You spend hours falling down internet rabbit holes, watching countless videos, and reading conflicting articles. One expert says to focus on Instagram, another says it's all about TikTok. One guide gives you a 50-step business plan, while another tells you to just put yourself out there. The result is not clarity, but paralysis. It's the feeling of being an artist staring at a spreadsheet, a musician trying to decipher legal jargon, a baker drowning in marketing analytics. The creative energy that flows so freely when you're practicing your craft is completely choked by this administrative overwhelm. The starting line becomes a wall, and the dream of a creative business feels more impossible than ever. But what if you had a partner? A guide who could demystify this entire process, tailored specifically to you and your unique craft. That's where AI steps in. And this isn't the cold, impersonal AI of science fiction. Think of it as a dedicated mentor, a business strategist, and a creative consultant, available 24/7. This is a new class of tool designed to bridge the gap between passion and profit, transforming hobbies into viable side hustles. No business degree required. It starts by understanding you. You tell it about your craft, your painting, your music, your baking, and it begins to analyze the landscape. It doesn't just give you a generic suggestion like sell on Etsy. It provides a personalized roadmap. For a watercolor artist, it might identify a trending niche in botanical prints, suggest pricing tiers for originals versus prints, and even help you write evocative product descriptions that capture the essence of your work. For a guitarist, it could help structure a curriculum for online lessons, identify the best platforms to host them on, and generate ideas for promotional content to attract your first students. For a baker, it can help you calculate profit margins on a batch of cookies, research local health code requirements, and draft a social media calendar for showcasing your delicious creations. It takes the most intimidating tasks and breaks them down into simple, actionable steps. It can help you brainstorm a brand name, write compelling copy for your website, and even outline a marketing strategy to find your first 10 customers. It's not about replacing your creativity, it's about amplifying it. It handles the business logistics so you can stay in your creative flow. This AI-powered guide empowers you to become not just a creator, but a confident creatorpreneur. It turns the overwhelming wall at the starting line into a step-by-step path forward, finally unlocking the door to the dream you thought was out of reach. Most people dream of making money from their passion, but the barriers feel huge. Marketing, pricing, branding, building an online shop. That's why so many hobbies stay just that, hobbies. Meanwhile, platforms like Etsy, YouTube, and print on demand are exploding with demand. The missing piece is a simple tool that connects the dots for hobbyists. We all have that one thing, that passion project we pour our weekends into, that craft we've spent years perfecting. For some, it's the patient art of baking sourdough bread. For others, it's painting miniature figures, knitting intricate sweaters, or restoring vintage furniture. We dream of sharing this passion, maybe even turning it into something more, but the path from hobbyist to entrepreneur feels impossibly steep. Where do you even begin? Now imagine an app that acts as your personal business incubator, a digital co-pilot where you don't just state your hobby, you describe your passion. You tell it, I bake sourdough bread using a century-old family starter, and the AI doesn't just hear a hobby, it understands a story, a unique selling proposition. It then instantly analyzes market trends, identifies niche audiences, and generates 3 distinct, viable side hustle ideas tailored specifically to you. But it doesn't stop at just ideas. This is where the true power of AI unfolds, systematically dismantling every barrier standing in your way. Let's start with your brand. The AI acts as your creative director, generating a complete brand identity. We're talking multiple logo options, a professional color palette that reflects your craft's aesthetic, and typography pairings that establish your brand's voice. Next, your online presence. It can design a beautiful, conversion-optimized storefront for platforms like Etsy or Shopify. It won't just give you a template, it will write compelling, story-driven product descriptions that connect with customers on an emotional level. It can even generate stunning product mock-ups or provide a detailed shot list for your own photography. Then comes the daunting task of marketing. The AI generates a comprehensive, 1-month social media content calendar. Imagine having a queue of ready-to-go Instagram posts with AI-generated images and expertly crafted captions. It can write scripts for short-form videos on TikTok or Reels, complete with suggestions for trending audio. It can even draft a series of blog posts to establish you as an expert in your field. And finally, the most difficult question for any new creator: what to charge? The AI becomes your financial strategist. It performs a real-time competitive analysis, calculates your potential costs, from materials to platform fees, and proposes a multi-tiered pricing strategy. It doesn't just give you a number, it explains the psychology behind it, helping you price for profitability and perceived value from day one. Building a tool this powerful sounds like a job for a team of Silicon Valley engineers, requiring months of coding and a massive budget. But here's the paradigm shift. No coding is needed to make this a reality. This entire AI hobby monetizer can be built in a matter of days, not months, by leveraging the power of the no-code ecosystem. Think of it like building with digital Legos. The brain of our operation is OpenAI's API, specifically a powerful model like GPT-4. An API is simply a messenger that allows different applications to communicate. We use this to send our users' hobby description to the AI and receive all the brilliant ideas, text, and strategies in return. The secret sauce is prompt engineering, crafting a series of detailed multi-step instructions for the AI to follow behind the scenes. For the visual elements, we connect to other APIs. We can use DALL-E 3 or Midjourney to generate stunning logos and brand imagery. We can even use Canva's automation features to programmatically create social media graphics based on the AI-generated brand identity. The entire user experience, the interface where the user types in their hobby and sees the results, is built using a no-code platform like Bubble or Webflow. These tools use intuitive drag-and-drop editors that let you design an app and manage the data flows between all these different services. You're not building from scratch, you're intelligently connecting best-in-class services to create something entirely new and incredibly powerful. Let's see it in action. A user types in a detailed prompt, "I'm passionate about baking artisanal sourdough bread using locally milled organic flour. I love the science of fermentation and enjoy teaching others." The AI immediately understands the key differentiators: artisanal, local, organic, and teaching. In seconds, 3 business concepts materialize. First, the local loaf, a hyperlocal subscription service. Second, Grain and Grace, an online workshop series on the art of sourdough. Third, starter stories, a curated kit including the user's own starter and the specific local flour they use. The user selects the local loaf. Instantly, the AI generates a brand identity, a rustic logo with a wheat sheaf and an earthy color palette. Next, a Shopify store mock-up appears complete with product descriptions that tell the story of the local farm where the flour is milled. Then, a content calendar populates a grid with a month's worth of Instagram posts, beautiful images of bread, captions explaining the baking process, and targeted hashtags. Finally, the pricing module presents a full analysis, suggesting a price of $14 per loaf to reflect the premium, organic ingredients, and a subscription model for recurring revenue. From a simple passion to a complete business blueprint, all in under a minute. This is the future of entrepreneurship, powered by AI and accessible to everyone. Some platforms give generic advice, but none personalize it or automate execution. The Gap is a global AI-driven tool that actually builds the foundations of a side hustle for you. That's the opportunity. No competition in the personalized hobby-to-business space. Versus AI apps showing sourdough, Etsy bakery store, affiliate logos visible. You can use a freemium model. First side hustle idea is free, then charge $10 $20/month for unlimited. Add affiliate partnerships with Shopify, Etsy, or print-on-demand services. You could even create a marketplace where hobbyists showcase their products and pay a small commission fee. The main challenge? Getting hobbyists to take the first step. Many lack confidence. The solution is to keep the process ridiculously simple. One button, one result. Add community features like connecting them with other hobbyists who've turned passions into income. That social proof can fuel growth. The hobby economy is massive. We're not just talking about a few weekend painters or garage bands anymore. This is a global cultural and economic shift, a multi-hundred-billion-dollar industry that's quietly reshaping how we think about work, passion, and value. From handcrafted goods on Etsy to digital art sold as NFTs, from self-published novels on Amazon to bespoke cooking classes taught over Zoom, millions of people are already turning their passions into paychecks. This isn't a trend, it's the new reality of commerce, driven by a deep, fundamental human need. And at the heart of this explosion lies a simple truth. People want to create. It's an innate drive to make something new, to express a unique point of view, to master a skill. But alongside that drive is another, often unspoken desire. The desire to earn. It's not always about getting rich. More often, it's about validation. It's the proof that the hours you've poured into your craft have tangible value to someone else. It's the justification to invest in better materials, to dedicate more time, to take your passion seriously. Yet, so many talented individuals are held back. They're paralyzed by imposter syndrome, overwhelmed by the perceived complexity of business, or simply don't know where to even begin. They have the skill, but not the roadmap. This is where our AI business idea creates the bridge. It's designed to be the ultimate co-pilot for the aspiring hobbypreneur, systematically dismantling the barriers between passion and profit. Imagine an AI that doesn't just give generic advice but acts as a personalized business consultant. You tell it your hobby, and the AI analyzes market trends to suggest niche monetization strategies you might have never considered. It then helps you build a step-by-step plan, estimating your startup costs, pricing your offerings, and even identifying your ideal customer profile. It becomes your marketing assistant, generating compelling product descriptions, social media post ideas, and email campaigns, all tailored to your unique brand voice. It demystifies the entire process, turning the daunting mountain of starting a business into a series of small, manageable, AI-guided steps. And the most empowering part? You don't need to be a Silicon Valley engineer to build this bridge. The rise of powerful no-code platforms like Bubble, Adalo, or Softer puts the power of creation directly into your hands. With drag-and-drop interfaces and visual workflows, you can connect to an AI API and build the core functionality of this application in a single weekend. Your minimum viable product doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to solve the core problem. It could be a simple web app where a user inputs their hobby and receives a 3-step monetization plan. The barrier to entry for creating a world-changing software business has never been lower. Start with that weekend project, and in a few years, you could be at the helm of the go-to platform for hobby monetization. Think bigger than just an advice generator. Imagine an entire ecosystem. A platform with integrated e-commerce tools, allowing users to launch their own storefronts with a single click. A thriving community forum where creators can share successes and solve problems together. A premium subscription tier that unlocks advanced AI analytics. You wouldn't just be building an app, you'd be building a movement. A brand synonymous with empowerment, enabling millions to build fulfilling livelihoods around the things they love most. The opportunity is clear. The tools are accessible. The human desire to create and earn is universal. The only remaining question is who will build the bridge to make it all possible. Please remember, this presentation is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, legal, or business advice. You should consult with a professional before making any financial decisions.